affected this team really beyond the X's and O's. You could see that there was a dip in their confidence and able. So now that he's back, I'm interested to see how they respond.
And now the Golden State Warriors at the guard spots. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots, and it's Bogut in at the center position. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. Now Thompson. Al-Farouq Aminu missing on the free. Another three for Golden State.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Leonard kicks to Plumlee. Lillard with no one around. Cannot hit. So Golden State will take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
I think lack of discipline is the right phrase, Greg. I mean, a lot of silly fouls, and they did that even when they were in foul trouble.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Lillard attacking. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Damian Lillard is a two-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Now, here's Lillard. Really played well against Houston in his last outing. That misses off the backboard.
And for Lillard, that motivation. And remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving. And Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry.
Here is Lillard after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Plumlee in the post, covered by Bogut. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Plumlee.
And remember, Lillard, the former Rookie of the Year, he's had his snubs, but also he's gotten some recognition. Even playing in the Pacific Northwest, he's got his own signature shoe now, and his star definitely on the rise.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Harkless is checked in for Myers-Leonard. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Klay Thompson. Now here's Lillard. He has 5. Shot clock at 6. And the rejection by Ezeli. The shot by Curry, no good.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat. You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Lets it go from deep. Iguodala the pass to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. A 3-ball, and that one's good. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Now, here's Aminu. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard, Azili dishes to Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Curry's got 20.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
Man, they are doing some damage from deep.
Which is the main reason, partner, they're sitting on this big lead. Awesome shooting so far.
Harkless with the buckets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Curry, good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Lillard against Curry. Got a piece of it. The dish now to Iguodala. On up the court. And another 3 for Golden State.
You couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly. And
Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Steph Curry is out there with Barbosa. Then there's Klay Thompson. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined. that's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
Golden State's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Curry's shot is good.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
From the baseline, it's rebounded by Golden State. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time. And it wasn't even close, guys.
Well, they got the other team in foul trouble. And frustrated them as well. And I think that really kind of shaped the whole context and tenor of the game.
And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Barnes. 31 points for Steph Curry.
Once again, the defense letting them get open at the three-point line. That's a major mental mistake there. You've got to get to the shooter. And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
For Portland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Jacks up a 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. Crabbe kicks to Leonard. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And a gets it to go.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Lillard, the pass to Henderson. Lillard attacking, and he slams it one-handed.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV.
Goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to. Right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
That's good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
It's Curry outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Curry's got 37. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Oh, look, league business clearly doing well. Franchises, values are skyrocketing, and a new TV deal kicking in next season. as well. It represents the largest expansion of league revenues in history.
McCollum's checked in for Portland. And the...
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
There's no doubt about that, fellas. I mean, the more finishes like that he gets, the more his confidence will grow.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. It's Curry outside, and another three for Golden State. And you think about Stephen Curry, clearly one of the greatest shooters the league has ever seen. Clark, I think you could make a case that he's the best off-the-dribble three-point shooter in league history. What do you think?
I think he's the best total shot maker shooter we've had in the league. When you look at all aspects of shooting, I don't know if anybody's ever been better.
That's good from Kraft.
And for Steph Curry, the light doesn't get any greener. I mean, the only limit is his conscience. I think he does a great job of scoring, but also looking to keep his teammates engaged.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Kaman. Maurice Harkless comes in for Leonard. And it's Aminu in for Gerald Henderson.
And, you know, when you think back when Curry came into the league, the question was, is he just a scorer or can he play point guard? Well, I think he's more than answered those concerns, and he's gotten a lot better with his decision-making as he's now starting to limit his turnovers.
Thompson for three, and the basket good. Thompson's got 15.
He had a great start from the arc, and he's kicked it up even another notch here in the second.
Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Thompson.